Hello and welcome to episode 3 of our Grin campaign. In the last episode, we were able to pretty much secure all of the Middle Dwarvar for ourselves. There is only one nation left, and that is Skewer Drake, and they are orcs, and they are hanging out up here doing their thing. We have taken over 2 more holds, Hodor and Segdir. Now, we need to repair these holds, and I think most importantly, finish coring them and building forts, because all of your holds should always have forts. And we need to do that rather quickly, because if Jadari does decide to declare war on us, I'd like to have this locked up and not be worried about all of Jad's troops and their allies' troops flooding in through Segdir. That would be rather unfortunate. We have taken expansion ideas to grab that first colonist, and that's the only idea we're going to take from this group. That's kind of the trade-off for these early wars and ensuring that these people are, well, dead, is that we have to colonize everything, which means we need more colonists. That also means that we are spending quite a bit of cash right now on our advisors. We're actually going to go ahead and fire our military advisor. If you look here at our advisor cost, base level 2 is costing us 5.56 ducats. 10% of that comes from Goblin administration, but 7% of that comes from inflation. We have 7% inflation, and it is going up by 0.11 a year. Not great. Not great, especially because we have an advisor that reduces it. So we really got to get to economic ideas, but we'll have to get rid of expansion first and catch up on tech. So let's go ahead and fire him just so we are not quite so much in debt. We will make some more money once we stop with our reinforcements, I would think. Yeah, but not really, but we're making plenty now. Cool. We are almost done coring up Segdir stuff. We've just started coring up the Hodor things. We have rivaled Jad as well, so I'm going to go ahead and build a spy network on them because... Ooh, that's not good. Do I want to gain corruption and inflation at the same time? Not really. Not really. Let's get rid of them, I think. How close are we to reforming? We're still pretty far ways off. We might have our heir come to power. Yeah, fire him. Fire him. Jadari declared war on Sariant. Okay, not bad. I'll take that. We do have to micro our colonies here a little bit because I don't want to split these troops up yet. Tribal wars, cool. Gain some money, love it. Mission fulfilled. Expand into the cavern, so we own Segdir. Between the gems of Segdir and the gold of Urkugulan, we've achieved a level of wealth never before seen in Greedy Grin. Now it is time to invest our wealth and take control of the surrounding caves, teaming with other goblins to increase the power of our nation. To the east lies the Tree of Stone, teaming with our brethren, and Gor Azabrog will act as our stepping stone into there. So, we lose 300 crowns and 200 Diplo points, which kind of sucks. But we'll get an extra colonist and more global settler increase for 50 years, and 10% settler chance. We also get a Conquistador 50 tradition. This will prevent us from taking this Diplo tech immediately, but that is well worth it in my eyes. Well worth it in my eyes. So let's start colonizing up towards Gor Azenbrug as well. You can be fired for now. Wow. Okay, so we are colonizing in a lot of different directions at once. We're going to have one person going up this road, which we can actually go discover right now with this Conquistador. Hopefully they don't fight anyone here, I hope. Okay, they did. There's not many people there, though. There's only 1,000. Not bad. So let's go ahead and send our troops out. They can deal with that. There we go. Now we're colonizing. I do want to get a border with Skewer Drake as fast as possible. There's no reason for us not to conquer them. I want that hold. Cave Goblin people want aid? Yeah, I suppose we can. And we will, of course, full state Segdir. It would be foolish not to. And, wow, 130. We will reduce autonomy here. And I will build a castle. Does Rune Hold increase build cost? No, it does not. Okay, get a castle built up. Now, I am tempted to sell titles here to gain some money. I think it is worth more, though, to get up above 50 crown land and then get more government reform progress. Because I would like to become a republic sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. Let's just double check that I don't get a... Ooh, that gives dev cost reductions. Permanent claim on Gore Vassenbrog. Really? That is interesting. Gore Vassenbrog is, I believe... No, it's Dwarf Azatun, I think. I don't know. I don't know if this is Gore Vassenbrog or not. I don't remember. There's too many dang dwarven holds. Okay, we're going to make them into goblin holds. I think we should just change the names on all of them. Into Goblin Hold 1, Goblin Hold 2. That would be much easier for me to remember. Much easier. I will take... Ooh, actually, I should not have done that. I should not be taking those events that give inflation under any circumstance. Should absolutely only be lowering it. Also, look at that corruption increase. Oh boy, we are suffering. We have some grudge bearer separatists. They'll spawn on that fort. That's fine. Make sure we're dealing with you. All right. Now we have a couple of years left until we lose our inflated force limit. Mining accident. I can either lose a bunch of money and monarch points, or I can like orcs less. Yeah. Guess that solves what we're going to do with the orcs. I'd rather not lose the money and monarch points. Now we do apparently have an expedition somewhere. So they say. Oh, yes. It's one of our dungeons. We're not going to do this right now. Because dungeons, unlike regular expeditions, are not as rewarding in the same way. They are still good, but you don't get a lot of loot out of them. You get to upgrade their bonuses, which in this case, it makes great projects cheaper to upgrade and more artificer capacity, more goods produced here, which is really good. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's worth it right now. All right, Grin West Hodivar is a city. Our expansion in the caves and on the roads has reached the old dwarven hold of Hodivar. Another hold under our control will soon mean more coins in our vaults. The mysterious seal happens, and we get dev cost minus 10% for 10 years. I'm actually going to hold on to this mission. We're going to wait until we develop colonialism, and then I will fire that off. I don't know what a mysterious seal does, though. It could be really good to use that. But I was going to say, this guy should disappear. But I'd rather hold on to it, in all honesty. Okay, so we're colonizing here and here. You guys are going to need to explore over here. I kind of want to not send this next colonist out. How expensive would it be to click this button? Let's do it. We're not going to get the goods produced anyways. Okay, clear that out. We're going to send our conquistador over to see all these caves, because remember, we need this for a mission. To have all this cleared for a mission. So I do want to discover it before our colonist has an unfortunate accident and dies at the young age of like 25 or however old he is. We'll gain the Diplo rep guy. It doesn't really help us, but it doesn't really hurt us either. I'll take that. Okay, there's North Great Cavern, so we instantly want to go for East Great Cavern. Immediately. And then go down here to the South Great Cavern. I will take the prestige. I'd rather have the prestige than the spy network construction, honestly. And we're going to go and just discover the rest of this stuff. We are good enough now on manpower to do that. We are going to have some Segdir separatists, though. That's all right. Can I please start some hold restorations? Segdir will take 18 years. 18 years. Let's wait for it to flip over to our culture and religion, yeah? Maybe that would be a decent idea. Orcs are destroying property in Great South Cavern. I mean, that's the colony. I'd rather not lose manpower and tax here for 10 years. I mean, it's not going to be worth much, but... Nah, fine. Fine. Lost Armory. An expedition exploring the caves has come upon a great steel door set into the mouth of one of the caves. With hours of brute force, they have managed to pry it open, discovering a massive cache of ancient dwarven weapons still in pristine condition. This armory will equip our armies well for many wars to come. 30 military power. Okay, you want me to have 1,000 monies and a bunch of stuff in here, including forts. That gives me yearly tax income. Not bad. But yeah, secure our food. We need Serpent Bloom to be Dev 6. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. We're going to send our guys on a little adventure here. Up to say hello to the rest of the Denzians of the Serpent Spine. In this direction. We are not taking that. Instead, we should probably buy down our inflation. To be honest with you. Oh, we lost East Great Cavern. I wasn't paying enough attention. That is my bad. That is one of the bad things about going and exploring, but we have the Explorer right now. We didn't really lose too much there. All right, Tier 4, Modernization. Minimum or maximum absolutism and governing capacity, or stab cost and core creation cost. We don't really care about governing capacity right now. I'm going to go for the stab cost, just in case I need to stab up, like I do right now. I have a Tier 2 stab cost guy, but we need that yearly inflation. Actually, I would love a trade efficiency advisor to fire the event, but I don't think it's going to happen. Alright, whatever. There we go. Dwarves are gone from Segdir. Alright, how long is this going to take? If we start the hold restoration of Segdir, it will still take 18 years, and way too much money for us to afford. I guess forget that plan about not selling titles. Guess we need to. Guess we need to. Get that population going. Can I click over here randomly enough to get where I need to go? Yes, I can. Nice. Alright, so we'll walk across the gap. South Great Cavern has risen up. We get some trade efficiency. We get more population, which completes Dwarf Route 30, which is nice. You need to sprint down here. Protect that. Stand in the middle, actually, so I can move you everywhere quickly. We have some Segdirian separatists that have risen up. That's fine. We can go deal with those. Alright, there we go. I don't need to explore any farther over there for right now. I just wanted to be able to get that uncovered, so I know if someone moves there, I can attack them. We could take Miltech early here. I'm not super tempted to. I'm not going to lie. East Great Cavern's going to get hammered again. Man, that is rough. Okay, we're going to grab our mercs. You walk over here plainly. We are going to switch our explorer and our general. You're going to go defend here. This will also give us a chance to look where expedition targets are, and that might be where we want to expand first. Okay, I would like to get here in time, if possible. Or not. Oh, actually, it got done just in time. Oh, very good, very good, very good. Okay, you're going to explore this. Awesome. So let's send a colonist out. You're going to come back and help over here. And can I walk over here? I sure can. South Cavern has risen up. Let's adjust to that. There we go. We now have Monstrous Conquest on Skewered Drake. How many troops do they have? 21,000. Take that tech. I should have waited, actually. I should have waited another couple months to make it a little bit cheaper. That's okay. All right. We definitely want to go kill them as soon as possible. Not only do they have an expedition in their potential colony here, but they're a rather easy target for us. They're only Tech 5, which means it shouldn't be too big of a deal for us to go and take them out. As well as it might move us up into this region of the Serpent Spine. But if we leave here, we're definitely going to lose these colonies. Well, they're not that far along. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. If we lose some, we lose some. It is what it is. Let's just hope that South Cavern doesn't get attacked. Okay, Dwarf Route 40, that's going to fall. That's okay, it has barely anyone. Fort defense we don't need. There we go. And let's do a Monstrous Conquest on these guys. Okay. Now we're going to do a little trick here. Well, it's not really a trick, but it is a good thing to do. And that is, if I can, I think we should be able to, we are going to vassalize these guys. Now, the benefit of vassalizing an AI, especially an AI with a hold, is they will repair the hold for free. The AI does not have to pay to repair their holds. So, if I go in and I take these guys out, and then I just annex them in 10 years, no problem. No problems at all. I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, I do want to check. See. Okay, they don't own anything in the other direction. We are going to annex and then release them as a vassal, because it won't cost us any diplo points to do so. You also need to start making your way back to deal with any enemies. But we'll release them. That way they don't hate us as much. And that way on the 10-year mark, we can integrate them. On the 10-year mark, we can integrate them. Okay, and there we go. They are done. Let's full annex them. Thank you very much. Cool. And then I will... Hold on, do I have a mission I can complete here? No. Okay. Let's just release them then. Release Skewer Drake. They are Old Ducat and Black Orc. Ooh, actually, if they're Orcish, can they repair their hold? Yes. I'm pretty sure everyone can repair holds. It's just not everyone can dig them. I think. Well, hopefully I'm not wrong. There we go. Gift to the state. I will take that money. Thank you very much. And have you started repairing this? No, you instantly built a barracks. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign at all. Let's also fire these mercs. They are out of manpower. I no longer want them. Resend our colonists out. Let's just focus on getting all of this in here. We will take that inno. Why is East Great Cavern in such a rough spot? They do not like us over in the East Great Cavern. Not one single bit. Not one single bit. Can I insult Jadari again yet? Relations, send insult. Yes, I can. Do that. Yeah, sure. Fine with goblins migrating around. They can do whatever they want. The goblins are free to go. Alright, now we're going to colonize this entire cavern. Go do it them. West Great Cavern is under attack. Alright. Dwarves leave. And now we're just kind of playing whack-a-mole with the rebels. There we go. That unlocks workshops, which doesn't really benefit us in any major way, I don't think. Yeah. No. Mostly because the fact that we have gold on our capital, it kind of defeats the purpose. There is Verkogulan and Segdir, though, that can get some decent buildings for manpower, and I will build those up. We've gained conquest on Poison Rock. Okay, so they have migrated here? Hello? Poison Rock? Where'd you go, bud? Well, I don't know how I got that, but apparently they're here and gone. I figured they'd be on Dwarvad 45. There we go. South Great Cavern is completed. I'm still a little nervous about sending them up here, but we do need to make our way in that direction, so let's do so. We need to deal with them. Also, I did claim this, right? Yes, I did. Recall and abandon that. Oh, boo. Boo. Whatever. That's all right. Is it 94 yet? Not yet. We're going to start losing money once it hits 94. Jadari declares war on Red Stallion. So they're going up into the plains. That's a 546. Oh boy. I've got a feeling that we're going to be at war with Jadari here in a not too distant future. Not too distant future, we're going to be fighting them. We'll see how that goes. Dwarvrod 28 has been completed. It is what it is. It is orcish, but that's okay. Ooh, that's nice. Reform progress growth 25%. Okay, let's take a look at this expedition. How good is it? So Dwarvrod 28. It is silver and medium. I'm okay with that. Very low loot. Very low loot. But that means I don't have to invest much into it. Always do max supplies. Always. Literally always. It's never worth it not to. Organize the troops. Draft plans once. Organize a feast for a little bit more morale. And that should be all we need. Go ahead and send them. Go ahead and send them. I'm a little worried about this colony now. Because we only have 5,000 guys. How do they do in this fight? I mean, we lose about 1,000 guys, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. All right, we can send our colonist back out here. Cool. Can I sell titles again? I sure can. Go ahead and sell seas. Thank you. There's a bunch of money, and that should be enough for us to actually repair one of these. The Hodovar is not the most valuable one, but it is the cheapest to do at the moment. Why? Okay, your autonomy is going down just from being at peace. When can I lower autonomy again? Not for a really long time. All right, 723 crowns. Fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. And what about the other one? Guess we'll have to wait. Also, are we at Tech 7 now? No, we're getting there. Once we're 7, then we can deepen our capital, which we're going to want to do. All right, truce with Askasur is up. All right. We've encountered another gelatinous cube, and we got 50 loot, the cost of 50 soldiers, and I will take that trade every single day. Every single day. Wow, the East Cavern is just full of guys that are not thrilled with the fact that we are here. Not thrilled at all. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not immediately going to war with Askasur again, and that's because we still have at least 1 year of value in holding on to this, because if we attack outside the Serpent Spine, we will lose our Dwarvar Claimer buff. But again, it's only for another year. But I do want to keep that as long as possible. All right, the Treasure of Ithnir. Our chronicler has told us of a powerful dwarven sorcerer by the name of Ithnir, whose legend claims that he has hidden some of his treasure within these parts of the Serpent Spine. Often, he tried to convince the expedition to search for the fabled riches, but often there was more pressing matters to attend to. Recently, however, following a time of few expeditionary successes, our explorers are more and more inclined to finally search for it. Scouts have been sent out into the dark to search for signs of the wondrous. Mages are tuning their wands to recognize magical signatures, and our chronicler is poring over his scrolls and parchments, looking for clues to the exact location. After 5 days, the first scouts return with no news of any signs of treasure. But over the course of the day, some mages pick up a trace of arcane energies leading down a vast crevice. Scouts are sent out to try and find a way down and up again, but there seems to be no path. One group, who has reached the bottom of the crevice, obscured by darkness, by rappelling down some rope, report they have found an old crest of dwarven make. The iconography matches the time of Ithnir, and the emblem is linked to the infamous Wandsmith clan. Discussion about how to approach the matter now has ignited all over the place. Our engineers propose that we build a hoist to get soldiers and abjurers down to search for the treasure, while some soldiers would prefer to find a way down, arguing that there could be a slope down that has been eroded out of the stone over time. At last, the safer option has been chosen, and the soldiers search for ways down. Fortunately, this path exists, and the entire expedition can descend into the canyon. It did not take the mages long to find a magically concealed wall, behind which the horde of Ithnir gleams at us. Our soldiers ready their bags and chests when the chronicler speaks. There is, of course, the possibility that Ithnir might have cursed the horde in order to punish anyone trying to take it by force. The soldiers fall silent and look at the expedition leader for a decision. What shall we do? Well, first of all, kind of rude to make people search for the treasure and then at the very last second go, yeah, it's also probably cursed. Like, there's a chance it's cursed. Sorry, guys. We will take it, though. The curse takes hold. When we took the gold, nothing special happened at first, abating the worries of the superstitious. But as time passed and moods turned around again, following accidents, complicated caverns and tunnels, hostile encounters, and dwindling water, many of the soldiers are convinced that the gold was cursed after all. This dampened the attitude after the first euphoria of finding the treasure in the first place. Most unfortunate of all, weeks went by without any new discoveries, prolonging the dry track even more. Lose 0.5 morale, 200 soldiers, 5% supplies, and 300 loot. I'll take it. 300 loot is, at the end of the day, 300 loot. Yes, we'll take colonial expansion. Nice. That finishes... which colony? This one. All right. Good enough. So we should be improving with our vassal. Can't forget that. Because again, on the 10-year mark, we're going to annex them. For sure. And now we get to decide where to colonize next. Where do I want to colonize next? That is a great question. There is this expedition down here that I could go unlock. Let's do that. Let's go unlock that expedition. Well, yes. Grab the expedition. Ooh, gold rush. On the other hand, we could go up here since we know we need these for our mission tree, but that's okay. It's an expedition. in which our current expedition has gone deeper. We can restore Segdir now. It'll take 14 and a half years and 1,400 crowns. If I can get a little bit more money, then I will be happy to do that. Old battlefield. Okay. An expedition in the West Great Cavern has stumbled upon what first appeared to be an open-air mass grave. In fact, the remains of a battlefield. It is littered with countless squat skeletons of dwarves and tusked skulls of orcs. From what we could piece together, there was no clear victor. Both sides seemed to have lost the battle. The survivors were clearly too few or too exhausted to loot the corpses, which are now ripe for plunder. Loot the valuables, they don't need them anymore, 85 crowns, or the monstrous tribes can gain 5 loyalty, we can gain 10 prestige, we can gain 5 power projection, and we can gain 10 military power because we have goblin culture as our main culture. I kind of want the money. Like, power projection's nice, don't get me wrong. But I kind of want the money. We've got a hold to repair. That's not cheap, bro. That's not cheap. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to hurt that. Ugh. Gross. So that lost us a bunch of colonists. Alright, Remnant Camp. During the last days of the Dwarf are the century-long decline of Great Dwarven Empire. Many dwarves hold themselves away in their holds, shutting out everyone and everything. These dwarves, the remnants, have slowly started to creep out of their halls once again and establish small outposts throughout their ancestral land. One of these groups has now been presented to us, around 500 dwarves tending to a small village tucked away in the depths of a cavern. After surveying them for a few hours, we must decide what to do with them. The village is blocking our path, so we have to somehow remove them from here. Kill and do away with them. Remnant corpses. Pouring into the opening of the village, we overwhelmed the guards before they knew what was upon them. Axe and blade to throat, blood gushing over our maniacal laughter, teeth stained red. These dwarves had long lost their right to these caverns, and this shall be a reminder for them. The Serpent Spine is under new management. After the heat of the battle subsided, we surveyed the slaughter field. No dwarf remained. Only the mangled and disfigured corpses lie strewn around. The buildings were quiet now, with the last signs of life slowly fading. Food on a stove, lit torches, unfinished clothes. Among these remains are also the riches the dwarves were holding, gems and gold, a small hoard amassed by the diligent workers. Not just the men, but the women and children too. And I bet this cavern has a floor of sand. Alright, we still have this merchant, and there's nothing I can do with them, and it's very infuriating. And our conquistador is dead. Well, they weren't going to live forever. That was always a guarantee. But we explored most of what we needed to explore. Alright, truce with Skewered Drake is up. It's alright. East Great Cavern is done being colonized now. Which means I can choose somewhere else to colonize. I'm going to go right here. Just because that means I can protect all 3 of these colonies with this 1 stack. Also, we are past 1494, which means we no longer have an inflated force limit. Luckily, we have a bunch of troops that are on an expedition currently. Which, how is that expedition going? Morale's getting a little low. Hopefully they get back soon. Hopefully. All right, hold restoration, 1407. Yeah, I just need a little bit more cash. 2 more years. So we could actually declare war on Askasur. They don't have a lot of troops. They do have a level 3 fort, though. I'd rather just colonize. Yeah, Great Conqueror, Great Schmucker. He's not even a threat. But I would rather just make sure that we save our colonies. That's where our value lies, not in going out and fighting the elves. Even though it's tempting. Though it's very tempting. I won't do it. Alright. You suck. You make me fight both of them at the same time. Okay, we got their time. We're not going to take this. We don't want the inflation. Don't want the inflation. I do want to Royal Marry our vassal, though, if they will allow us to. Incompatible biology. Me. Incompatible biology. So there are certain races that can kind of interbreed with other races. So like harpies can Royal Marry a lot of people. Humans can Royal Marry a lot of people. Humans and elves technically can have children, but elven rulers will not marry humans because, well, they're elves. I mean, pretty standard elven stuff. Thinking they're better than everyone else. Blah, 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 blah. Just your average elf thought process. But in our case, we're goblin and they're orcish, and we are not compatible. Not compatible. Humans and orcs are, though, and you can have half-orcs, which is pretty cool. All right, we unlock our second idea group, and I'm pretty sure it needs to be a mill one, considering we're so far behind on everything else. And we probably want to go for something that's going to go well with economic. So economic equality gives 5% discipline. Economic and... let's see, what else do we have here? An offensive, give artillery combat ability. Quantity gives us more land force limit and land maintenance modifier reductions. What else do we have? What else do we have? Eventually we'll take plutocratic, but that's just national tax, so that's not all that tempting. Indigenous is actually really good for morale of armies and infantry costs, but we cannot take that, unfortunately. Defensive gives stab costs and national unrest. I'm thinking that we go for quality, actually, which I know sounds odd because we're goblin. Well, we're goblins. The smart thing would to be going quality. To get the infantry combat ability and the artillery combat ability, then go in offensive to get even more artillery combat ability, because that's what we're really good at. But goblin quantity is like kind of our whole deal, so we're gonna go quantity because we're playing gobos. Even if it's not the optimal choice, I think it's the one that makes the most sense. Even if that makes me very sad. All right, our statesman has passed. If I fire this expensive trade efficiency guy, can I get a level 1? Nope. Okay. Can I sell titles yet? Nope. Okay. Master of Mint has died. I'm going to rehire Master of Mint for sure. For sure. West Great Cavern under attack. And I know we're at our time here, but I'm hoping to repair the hold before that. Oh, Poison Rock has gone here. Oh, they've migrated onto Gore Ozenbrog itself. Okay, that's where they went. We'll leave them alone for now. They're not any threat to us, like at all, for sure. For sure, no threat. How close is this colony being done? Pretty close. All right, then I will send a colonist out there, and then we'll go take them out. Are you serious? Immediately you rise up, like right away? And then West Cavern rises up. We'll just let that get destroyed. It just started, so not too worried about it. Hey, where's our expedition at? I'm getting a little worried. Ooh, we're out of morale. Manpower's going down. I don't think this expedition's getting back. I think they are very dead. Yep, they're super dead. They're super dead. Did not give them enough morale. Darn. Well, it happens. At least we got a gold rush. That expedition will not be returning. Silence in the caverns. There is a 50% chance we lose a stab here. Let's hope we don't. We did. Fair enough. Deserved. Should have given them more morale. Now, when that happens, you can't try for an expedition here for, I think it's a year. You get party wipe. Yeah, until 1499. So there's no expedition allowed. But we will be able to try it again, and we will absolutely be trying it again. Once I can sell land. There we go. Sell, seize, put a point of development into something to get us above 20 or 30, sorry. Sure. And let's go ahead and start the hold restoration when I have some more mill points. Apparently that is something that I need. Do not have enough. Cranny has risen up. There we go. We can start to restore the Segdir hold, and we won't take any debt for it, which is even better. We need to build up 10 troops. We'll see how that goes. Economy-wise. See how that factors into everything here. Goblin budget does not allow for us to have troops. We're going to figure it out anyways, though. We're going to figure it out anyways. Colonial expansion. Yes. For sure. Okay, you're dealing with that. You are here. I guess you can go help them out. All right, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. We are colonizing relatively quickly. It's 1499, And we have the roads, almost all the roads of the Middle Dwarvar completely owned. We're only missing Gore Ozenbrug. We are close to starting our annexation of... Actually, you know what? Let's just start the annexation. We'll start the annexation, and then we'll go from there. Also, we need to get rid of you, because you're really bad. And I wouldn't even want you for 1 month. Grin Separatists, okay. Steaming Fissure has been completed. So that is another expedition that we could do, and we should do. We can worry about that next time, though. Let's start colonizing up here towards where we need to be. All right, 1 more month. There we go. Now we can start the annexation process of you. That will take until 1517. And I even have the Diplo rep guy here. So it will take a while. It will take a while, but well worth the points, well worth the time. What do you want? You want me to subjugate Asgasur? Well, we're... Ooh. You want me a Diplo rep for that? You'd have to fight Jad, though. We'll see. If Jad full annexes him, then, well, we can't. But if he leaves him alive, we may consider it. But that is all the time that I have for today. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.